Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, has tried to become the cyber guy. He's got a cyber symposium starting now, actually, live now in South Dakota. It's a 3-day conference bringing it together cyber guys, his term, not mine, to prove that Donald Trump was robbed and actually secretly won the election. It got off to a bit of a rough start, as you'll see in this video.
This was attacked. The whole technology was attacked. We expected that, but we do have a backup plan. It'll be probably another 5 minutes. And I want all you guys to know that out there, that this is why, because I need to get the word out. We can't even get the word out to the people that are frankspeech.com because they blocked the thing. But this is part of what I'm going to talk about today. This is the cover-up. This is the absolute cover-up of the worst crime in history. And we're going to talk about all this today. This is, and you're going to see all kinds of things. We're going to educate everybody. We're going to show them we're going to be running. I'll show you over here. You see this data that's running there. That's cyber data from what I've got. Let's see if it's moving. Yeah, it's not rotating yet, but that'll go in an endless stream for days.
Okay, so not the best cyber symposium. Off to a rough start. He's got a loop of data. I think it's just a GIF from the Matrix. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, he says it was attacked and that it's part of the cover-up, that they're trying to stop the cyber symposium from happening. I'm gonna guess that they just didn't plug in something, Yasmin. I don't know, is that unfair?
No, it's not. First of all, South Dakota sounds like the worst place to be right now. I would not recommend anyone go to South Dakota right now. Also, aren't there a lot of cyber guys up in North Dakota? Maybe you could have had it there instead. Maybe just get some better cyber guys who don't have an issue. You're not having technical difficulties at your cyber symposium. And then he called it the worst crime in history. Yeah. What? I can't even wrap my head around that. There's a million crimes that are worse than whatever happened, especially considering that this wasn't a thing that happened. It's not real. Exactly. It's not real. That's it.
Yeah, I don't get the cyber guys thing. I don't know what he thinks that means. I look forward to Sea Guy Island coming next year on HBO Max. But I think that his whole concept of hackers and how that all works is basically summed up by the movies that used to have just people like do this on a keyboard really fast, and that was supposed to be like breaking into something. He actually thinks that that's true. But anyway, look, the thing is now going on. There was an issue. I'm reading Eurolino on Twitch said that he got mad at people because they wanted to take a lunch. He said he's not gonna eat, he's not gonna sleep. He's doing the whole 72 hours without stopping. And I know what you're thinking, but technically snorting cocaine is not eating. It is a different form of energy. So anyway, we will see if there is any new actual evidence provided during this. He says that he was given data by unknown individuals back on January 9th that he called packet capture as a technical format for capturing web traffic. He says the data shows that the Chinese Communist Party had interfered in the election results in all 50 states, all of them. And apparently left a bunch of them to go to Biden. I don't know. But anyway, those claims have already been widely debunked. They could actually open him up to legal liability if he actually did have access to some of this data, which he almost certainly does not. But I want you to bear in mind that he is facing his own $1.3 billion lawsuit, based on his constant slander of the company that ran the election. So I don't know, Yasmin, what are your expectations? Is it just a stunt? Did they do this thinking, well, we at least have 1 or 2 bits of data that will get us some headlines or something? Well, what do you think is gonna happen?
Why is Mike Lindell so privy to all this information that nobody else is privy to? That's what I wanna know. Who's he in cahoots with besides Trump? And I can't even get into that. But the thing with somebody like Mike Lindell, like he's already on the line for billions of, like over $1 billion, right? He's already being sued for that. Maybe he's just like, whatever, I can't lose any more money. What's another billion on top of 1 billion? So let's just keep going. Maybe people will give him money. I don't know if they're gonna give him $1 billion, but maybe he's hoping to get something from Trump, but we all know that Trump doesn't really help out his people the way they always think that he will. It's all a mess. I don't know what will come from it. I don't know what he wants to come from it. But I almost get the impression that once they start the grift, they have no choice but to continue the grift because they don't know how to stop it. There's no way out. There's no way that he could just come back and say, actually, I was wrong. Sorry, guys. I'll go back to making my pillows.
Yeah, well, and we'll get into one of the ways he's not admitting he's wrong. I guess it ends when no one shows up to your event anymore or nobody, signs on for your cyber symposium. But as long as he can get money, I guess he will. Yeah, $1.3 billion. Look, to your question about why he's privy to it, I don't know. One of the reasons we talk about him is I don't understand why he was the guy that was elevated by the right. Like, it could have been some guy that sells duvets or the Sham Wow guy. Why him in particular? It just doesn't make any sense.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.